this video I will share with you a self-resetting lure rig for big pike, just like this one. And this rig is based around using magnets to make it self-resetting. I will quickly explain why would you need such a complicated rig with magnets. So, no matter how good your lures will be, or how well the fish will be feeding on a given day, or how sharp the hooks will be on the rig, still from time to time, when pike will strike at speed, it will knock off the stringer from the lure. And then, obviously, fish did not get hooked and it will try again, very likely. But then you will not hook it because pike will be striking at lure and the hook will be away from the lure. And you will not catch that fish. But if you can have a rig which with a slight pull can reset itself, that's awesome in my opinion. Before showing you how to make this rig, I have some clip where I want to show you when I was using similar rig to this one with magnets and I banged some pike. So yeah, let's have a quick look before coming back to that demonstration. Finally, on the drop. Don't think that it's a big fish. So yeah, this rig, even though it resets, but it hooked this fish at first go. Yeah, not a massive fish. Baby. The water, as you can see, it's 17 degrees, so they should start jumping soon. Even though I have quite light rod, maybe, you know, I won't be able to pull that fish that hard, you know, and yeah, it won't jump. Here it is, nice and clean, bubbleless hook, nicely hooked, no blood, nothing, little baby. Okay, so yeah, rig worked, even though it is designed to reset itself, but in this case it did not have to. So the deal is, see guys, with this resetting rig, so see, now I have my stringer messed up, so you will never ever hook a fish with such a assembly. So but all I have to do, just observe, I will chuck it into the water, give it a little pull, and my rig did reset itself. As you can see, hook is sitting by the lure again, and all it's possible because I use those magnets here screwed into the lure, and it will reset itself every single time. So yeah, awesome system in my opinion, and it works even better with a solid attachment or assembly between the hook and the attachment to the line. But you can have it working with chains of swivels as well, but as I say, it's much better with a solid section. To tie the rig, I will use following components: weight with a screw. Weight should be obviously according to situation. Hook of choice. Couple of sleeves, silicone sleeves with an internal diameter of 2 millimeters. Some magnets. These are 4 millimeters in diameter and 1 millimeter in height. Some wire In this case, I have wire which is about 0.5 millimeters in diameter or so. It does not say on the packaging exactly, but 0.5 or a little bit thicker will be just perfect. Okay, so obviously you will need your lure of choice as well. In this case, I have that eel, and I want my hook to be somewhere here. So my stringer must be about 6-7 centimeters in length, roughly. Does not need to be exactly. I know that fish or pike do attack eels mostly in this area, so I want my hook to be exactly bang on here. Now I will grab something round, a couple millimeters in diameter, and will just make a basic spring, maybe a centimeter in length. Does not to be like, you know, super nice and kind of even, but again, you can take your time to make it a little bit nicer, as I'm trying to make it for the camera and quick. I'm allowed to be a little bit more messy if you like, I guess. Yeah, that will do, I guess. So now I will cut that little spring which I just made off. Maybe neaten it off a little bit by trimming the ends. I will grab those magnets which are 1 millimeter in height. Again, if I would be using 2 millimeter in height, then I would be able just to use one. But now I want a little bit more strength, so, and all I will do then, I will see which end is like kind of flatter, if you like, and then we'll put that magnet in between the spring, as you can see, just like that. And then I will grab that UV glue and will apply that glue onto the bit where those magnets are, and then I will twist that spring around just to make sure that gravity does all the work for me and kind of spreads the glue nicely around. Now I will grab that UV light and will apply onto the whole thing, and it will go rock solid. Couple more seconds. Now see that little bit at the top here, you want it to be flat. So what I often do, I like to grab a file and just file the excess of that UV glue I just applied, just to make sure that it's nice and flat, just like that. Right, now I will grab my lure, since I have the first little bit ready, and will screw it into the lure. Making sure that I will get this thing as deep as I can. That's about right. Nice and neat, as you can see, and you will never ever lose these things from the lures. At least it never happened to me yet whilst fishing, you know. Then I'll grab just one magnet, maybe two, because they are just 1 mil, and will kind of slide them in to those silicone sleeves. See, to work with the magnets, it's quite difficult. They are behaving not as you would want, you know, sometimes. But yeah, I will make sure that I have those magnets in the sleeve. Obviously, if you need like a little bit help to push them in, you can do so with something. Right? See, now I have kind of magnets suspended in that little silicone sleeve, if you like. And those magnets will never ever come off from here. We'll grab about, I don't know, 10 centimeters of that wire, 15 centimeters, and we'll put that little spool aside. Won't need it anymore. So first of all, let's attach that hook right onto the wire. Simple deal. Just will perform a couple of turns of that wire, 2 or 3, and it will be strong enough to land any pike that swims or ever swam anywhere. We'll bend it here a little bit. Nice, very aggressive. See, very aggressive bend. Oh, I forgot to debob the hook. My bad. Always use bobless, and for demonstration it makes even more sense to use bobless, I meant. Okay, couple more turns. We'll grab bigger pliers just to make sure that it's easier for myself. Right, this is super strong. It will never ever let you down. Obviously, sometimes I put a little like heat shrink tube on this one just to kind of like bright one, like yellow, just to have a little bit more attraction onto the lure, but in this case I won't even bother. Right, now I want to have my stringer about 7 centimeters in length, right? About that long. So I will mark that little area. When it comes to the length, we can actually measure it roughly. Yep, that looks bang on, guys, to me. So again, we'll make like initial little bigger loop, if you like, before closing it. Again, you can make the stringer like completely and then attach via split ring, but I won't do that. I just will attach it right away. Looks good. Okay, couple of turns here and we will be done, and we will assemble everything we just did. Probably will have to use some pliers, two pairs of pliers maybe. We'll move that lure out of the shot and just to make it cleaner. And see, when you have a little bit longer tags of that wire, you can do a lot of things with the fingers, you know, because of the leverage, if you like. It's too sharp, I don't like that. It wears out too quickly anyway, so then I just better chop it off a little bit. Okay. Maybe one more. Right. We have the weight attached, and now pretty much all we have to do is to adjust where the magnets are. See, we'll have to adjust this one. Just make sure that it's a little bit back. Initially I did not put it in the right position. And let's see. So all we need to do is just play a little bit with those sleeves, which as you can see can go up and down. Just to make sure that our magnets are aligned perfectly, you know. And also they must be aligned, you know, in one line, but that's with any stringer if you want it to work. Obviously the eels are the worst lures for any really stringer because they are kind of bendy, flexible, you know. But yeah, we have completed product here. So stringer goes off. All you have to do in the water, as you can see, stringer is off. Just give a little pull and it's back on. But it will be it from me for today. I hope you'll find this video useful. If you will, please try this rig out. Also consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.